Hello everyone, thank you for watching my Project 1 discussion video. This is my floating head. Hello. And I've come over here to discuss the items that gave you trouble last month. Well, that was my typos. Not only just typos, like I was saying in my previous video with the text. If I had named a variable text, I would sometimes actually leave the E out. Sometimes I would or declare it that way without the E and then use it later on with write out the full text. And I just kind of got ahead of myself. And then when I start going into one thing, I just keep going with it, keep going with it, keep going with it. And then at the end, it doesn't work. And I didn't check while I was working, which was a big thing that I kept doing. And from now on, I've actually been slowing down with my coding and looking it over, making sure, rereading each line as I type it multiple times before I even move to the next line. And I apologize for the background music. We have family and that we haven't seen in a pretty long time, and they're playing dominoes. So I do apologize for that. And um, the whole typo thing, I guess, wouldn't still be a problem. That since I go through and read it multiple more times before I even move on to the next one, and just more, I'm not so careless, I guess, for errors. A specific aha moment or source of practice that helped. How did you overcome? Well, in CSS actually, for some reason, I had reversed the ID in classes when you called it in CSS with the, well, reversed, I mean, as in I'd use the pound sign when I was supposed to use the dot, like div dot, and then the name. Instead, I got those confused. But for some reason in my head, when I went back and looked at it, I was like, oh, that's completely wrong. I don't know how I did it, but that was one of the moments that it was like an aha kind of, oh, my bad. And the troubles I kind of have would be overthinking of the, like when I do a function, like I already try to put, I'll think about too many ifs, or else's, and I would make it more complex than it needs to be. So I just overthink it, and it has really been helping to write it down like on my notepad. I don't have it right here. I think I left it in the living room, and I would try to write it out with just one line words, and try to do the flow chart like we were doing previous months. And I am right now trying to look in iMovie to hopefully spiff up this video, and watching the Linda video, which I really like Linda's videos, lynda.com. I've gotten some videos from them before in the past, and it's pretty good stuff. Really, straight to the point. It's pretty easy to understand, easy to follow, and of course, it's a video, so it's really easy to do. And I can't really think of that many more problems that I have been having, except just my own personal typos and trying to go overthink it and get too involved with it, because like when I start working on it, I actually will start thinking of other projects like I would want to work on personally for myself, and then I'll just stop working and write it out real quick and then come back, and I'll miss some things here and there for that. It's just more of a mindset of keeping my mind focused on what I'm doing at hand. And pretty much, so far, everything we've learned is pretty self explanatory. There's really nothing that hasn't been thrown at us too hard, except all the regular expressions took me a while to kind of understand. The, I guess how to write those out. I kept having to Google search it. I kind of got the beginning part with the slash, the caret, the slash, and then the well, just the beginning of it, and that's pretty much it. I have to kind of Google search that, and sorry about that. I completely lost what I was thinking about. My daughter is hollering for me, and my mother was just letting me know. Um, I'm trying to think of something I did not get besides regular expressions. Um, well, of course, what we're learning this month and what we've learned in the previous few classes back about the CTA, the call to actions, and everything. Yes, I completely understand that. I understand the user when it's basically eye candy. You look, you want to find it fast, you want it to look nice, neat, professional, and make it look like someone that knew what they were doing actually did it and not just thrown together bit by bit, hard to find, can't navigate through the site. I know personally I have been to multiple sites and I just have to leave because I cannot take the frustration of can't finding something, can't sign in, or the login's not right there visible. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll find another company that shows it easier and better and more user friendly for the micro breaks. I completely understand that. That makes 100% sense to me. And it's something that after this class I still can't get my mind off of. Every time I go to visit a website, I kind of critique it from the things that I've learned in this course. And I think that's about it. Hopefully to have more for my next video for next week. Um, this week, I'm sorry, I'm just distracted right now, and I hope everyone is having a great weekend, and I can't wait to see what's next. Thank you.